Welcome back, friends, to Time Rewind TV. It's always wonderful to have you here with us. Today, we're traveling back to 1969 to revisit the Brady Bunch, the beloved family sitcom that filled our screens with laughter, love, and unforgettable memories. But more than 5 decades later, life has taken its cast down very different paths. Some became television legends, while others sadly left us behind. So get comfortable, and let's remember the cast of the Brady Bunch, then and now in 2026. Robert Reed was born in 1932 in Highland Park, Illinois. He was 36 when the Brady Bunch premiered, and he became Mike Brady, calm, thoughtful, and almost impossibly patient as the father trying to hold a house full of 6 kids together. Reed gave Mike the steady authority of a dad who rarely needed to raise his voice to be heard. Reed was already known for The Defenders and later continued working extensively in television. He died in 1992 at age 59 from colon cancer, with HIV listed as a contributing condition. Mike Brady worked because Reed made him feel dependable. He wasn't flashy or funny all the time. He was simply the person everyone could turn to when the Brady house became chaotic. Florence Henderson was born in 1934 in Dale, Indiana. She was 35 when the Brady Bunch premiered, and she became Carol Brady, warm, cheerful, and remarkably calm while raising 6 very different children. Henderson gave Carol an easy smile and maternal warmth that made the Brady house feel welcoming even when everything was going wrong. The series turned Henderson into one of America's most recognizable television mothers, a reputation she embraced for decades. She died in 2016 at age 82 from heart failure. Carol Brady worked because Henderson never made her feel like a perfect cardboard mom. She could laugh, worry, discipline the kids, and still make the family feel safe. That warmth became a huge part of the show's identity. And B. Davis was born in 1926 in Schenectady, New York. She was 43 when the Brady Bunch premiered and became Alice Nelson, the wisecracking housekeeper who cooked the meals, cleaned the house, and somehow knew exactly what every Brady kid needed to hear. Davis gave Alice sharp comic timing without ever losing her warmth. She was already a 2-time Emmy winner for The Bob Cummings Show before joining the Brady family. Davis died in 2014 at age 88 after injuries from a fall. Alice worked because she never felt like hired help. She teased the kids, challenged the parents, and cared about everyone in the house. In many ways, she was the extra member who made the Brady family complete. Maureen McCormick was born in 1956 in Los Angeles, California. She was only 13 when the Brady Bunch premiered, and she became Marcia Brady, pretty, popular, confident, and seemingly blessed with everything a teenage girl could want. McCormick gave Marcia enough sweetness to keep all that perfection from becoming annoying. After the series, McCormick spent decades acting, performing, and living with the enormous shadow of her famous character. Now 70, she remains closely connected to the show's legacy. Marcia worked because underneath the perfect hair and popularity, she still had embarrassing moments, heartbreaks, and teenage insecurities. And of course, one phrase made her immortal in pop culture: Marcia, Marcia, Marcia. Eve Plum was born in 1958 in Burbank, California. She was 11 when the Brady Bunch premiered, and she became Jan Brady, the middle sister forever trying to find her own identity beneath Marcia's enormous shadow. Plum gave Jan frustration, jealousy, awkwardness, and enough vulnerability to make her feel painfully real. After the series, Plum continued acting while also building a career as an artist. Now 68, she remains one of the most recognizable members of the original cast. Jan worked because she wasn't the perfect Brady kid. She worried about being noticed, compared herself to her sister, and sometimes made terrible decisions because of it. That insecurity made her one of the easiest characters for viewers to understand. Susan Olsen was born in 1961 in Santa Monica, California. She was only 8 when the Brady Bunch premiered and became Cindy Brady, the youngest daughter with blonde curls, an innocent smile, and a habit of getting involved in things she didn't always understand. Olsen gave Cindy the wide-eyed energy of a real little sister. After growing up on television, Olsen eventually explored work in art, radio, and other creative projects while remaining associated with the Brady legacy. Now 65, she is still remembered instantly as Cindy. The character worked because Olsen didn't need complicated stories to be memorable. Cindy was curious, emotional, sometimes nosy, and completely believable as the youngest kid trying to keep up with everyone else. Barry Williams was born in 1954 in Santa Monica, California. He was 14 when the Brady Bunch premiered and became Greg Brady, the confident oldest son who dreamed about girls, cars, music, and finally being treated like an adult. Williams gave Greg the swagger of a teenager who thought he had everything figured out, even when he clearly didn't. After the show, Williams continued acting and performing, eventually embracing his place in television nostalgia. Now 71, he remains one of the most visible members of the Brady cast. Greg worked because his teenage confidence was always one mistake away from collapsing. Whether he was chasing romance or becoming Johnny Bravo, he felt like a kid desperately trying to look grown-up. Christopher Knight was born in 1957 in New York City. He was 11 when the Brady Bunch premiered and became Peter Brady, the awkward middle brother who often found himself caught between confident Greg and younger Bobby. Knight gave Peter a goofy sincerity that made even his most embarrassing moments easy to love. Knight later stepped away from acting for years and found success in the technology business before returning to television and public life. Now 68, he remains closely connected to the Brady family legacy. Peter worked because awkwardness was his greatest strength. He wasn't the coolest or the smartest kid in the house, but he felt real, and his unforgettable changing voice moment proved that growing up could be painfully funny. Mike Lookinland was born in 1960 in Mount Pleasant, Utah. He was 8 when the Brady Bunch premiered and became Bobby Brady, the youngest son who constantly tried to prove he could keep up with his older brothers. Lookinland gave Bobby curiosity, determination, and the reckless confidence of a kid who hadn't yet learned where his limits were. After leaving acting behind, Lookinland eventually built a career working behind the camera and later pursued other businesses. Now 65, he remains forever connected to Bobby Brady. Bobby worked because he was always trying to become something bigger, a hero, an athlete, a grown-up, while still clearly being the little brother. That struggle made his adventures both funny and familiar. Alan Melvin was born in 1923 in Kansas City, Missouri. He was 46 when the Brady Bunch premiered and later became Sam Franklin, the friendly neighborhood butcher whose long-running romance with Alice added a little adult love story to the Brady household. Melvin gave Sam a straightforward, good-natured personality that fit perfectly with Alice's sharper humor. Melvin enjoyed a long career as a character actor and voice performer, with memorable work in The Phil Silvers Show, All in the Family, and numerous animated productions. He died in 2008 at age 84 from cancer. Sam worked because he never needed to dominate the story. His easy chemistry with Alice made their relationship sweet, funny, and comfortably ordinary. Robbie Rist was born in 1964 in Los Angeles, California. He was only 9 when he joined the Brady Bunch as Cousin Oliver, the curly-haired youngster brought into the household during the show's final season. Rist gave Oliver an energetic innocence, but the character would eventually become one of television's most famously debated late-series additions. Rist later built a diverse career in music, voice acting, and production, including extensive work in animation. Now 62, he has good-naturedly embraced Oliver's unusual place in television history. Cousin Oliver worked, or didn't, depending on which fan you ask, because he became bigger than his actual screen time. His name eventually became shorthand for the risky idea of adding a cute new child to an aging sitcom. John Wheeler was born in 1930 in Texas. He was in his early 40s when he appeared as Mr. Dimsdale on the Brady Bunch, one of the many adult characters who helped ground the Brady children's everyday adventures. Wheeler brought the kind of straightforward supporting performance that allowed the younger cast to remain at the center of the story. He spent much of his career appearing in supporting roles across American television rather than becoming identified with one major starring part. Wheeler died in 2015 at age 85. Mr. Dimsdale was never meant to become a Brady icon, but characters like him mattered. They made the world outside that famous split-level house feel normal enough for the Brady family's problems, jokes, and lessons to stand out. And once again, thank you for spending a little time with us here at Time Rewind TV. Looking back at the Brady Bunch, 1969, reminds us why this beloved family still holds a special place in our hearts. Which cast member brings back the most memories for you? Share it in the comments, and as always, like and subscribe for more journeys into television's golden past. Until next time, take care, and we'll see you right here on Time Rewind TV.